Savaged.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
There we go again.
More technical problems. We live in the 21st century.
No!
Savaged. Unfiltered.
Under. The only reason I know this is because I lived under tyranny. I lived.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're a fucking
Your host, Michael Gardner.
Proper fashion at the proper time.
Like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, we made it.
Hey guys, check out this special episode of Michael on Tommy Nation Politics, or what we like to call Clueless Nation.
Structures reconfigured to keep the working class in a state of constant distress. American productivity, as the New York Times pointed out, has increased 77% since 1973.
What?
But hourly pay has grown only 12%. If the federal minimum wage was attached to productivity, the newspaper noted, it would be more than $20 an hour.
Going to a tailspin, and the president, when he walked in, the last administration did not have a comprehensive plan on how to deal with COVID and how to make sure that we were.
Oh, shut up, you lying bitch.
As simple as that. How do we get the economy back on its feet? And so that's what the president did. He got the economy back on its feet. We're seeing more than 12 million jobs created. We're seeing a lot of improvement where we make sure that we do not leave people behind, and we're building the economy from the bottom up and middle out. Now look, obviously, inflation.
Those boys crossed the Delaware. We were dealing with Valley Forge, or the boys in 1944 sitting in foxholes in Bastogne over Christmas. And we had 18 Republicans who joined with Democrats in the Senate get on their fancy planes and go home, and we're sitting here trying to do the work of the people. Not spend money we don't have, not drive up more inflation, not have 7,500 earmarks for $16 billion for pet leftist projects across this country. What you see here on the floor of the House of Representatives should make everybody ashamed. The People's House. Not one amendment has been offered on the floor of this body since May of 2016 in open debate. The gentleman from Massachusetts dares to impugn the character of the Appropriations Chairwoman Kay Granger and those Republicans he says won't sit at the table, when in fact, what you see here is a 4,100-page bill cooked up by a handful of people behind closed doors, brought before the Rules Committee with no ability to offer an amendment, no ability to debate, no actual discussion on the People's House floor. And my colleagues on the other side of the aisle know it. And we're spending money we don't have. Go home and sell your projects. Go home and talk about all the pork you're bringing home. But you're destroying the United States of America. Absolutely destroying this body. The American people did not send us here to do that. My colleagues on the other side of the aisle know that. My colleagues on the other side of the aisle know full well that this body is broken. But do not care.
Unfiltered.
So, two things I'll have to touch off right off the bat. First of all, pet leftist projects. Chip Roy, great speech that he made. Everything he said was true about these projects being done with a handful of people pushed through without a vote. And that is not what we signed. We elected you guys to do. Chip Roy's right about that. The fact that they're pet leftist projects, there's nothing leftist about these projects. It's globalist, and it's all for the corporate oligarchy. And I would like the conservatives that I like to stop talking about the leftist projects, because that's a divisive thing. We don't want any corporate bullshit bailouts. We never wanted them. We were at Occupy Wall Street. We're getting our heads bashed in when 2008 happened. We never wanted them. And so it's not pet leftist. It's the corporate projects. But guys, joining me is Michael Gardner, the famous from Savage Unfiltered. We've been feuding, so I thought I'd give him a platform and call him a bootlicker to his face. because that's what I do, guys. I'm a hero. Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing? Hat tip off to you, Tommy. What's going on, buddy?
Bro, I was just like, I was very happy that you decided to come on in it because I really wanted your opinions on some things.
Yeah.
And mostly, like, I like to confront people face to face, and it's good television anyway. Great ratings, tremendous.
Well,
so
well, speaking of television, I just got off of an audition for a commercial, so hopefully that went well. I'm hoping once But
what was it? What was the commercial for?
Audi A7.
Audi, what's that?
Audi? You don't know the Audi car?
Oh, it's a car?
Yeah.
It's a car. Cool.
The Audi.
So are you driving it or what?
No, I had to do an audition to basically see if they liked my work, and apparently it went well. So let's just hope I get the gig. You know what I mean?
Well, Joe Biden would have recommended that you probably sexually assault it or something.
Oh, God.
Or smell its hair. Did you smell the Audi's hair, Michael? That's how you get the job, bro.
Yeah. I got to smell.
Smelling the hair.
I got to smell the talent, right, Tommy?
Yeah, bro. The only thing I could smell right now, and good luck on your commercial, but the only thing I could smell right now is late stage capitalism. I have a whole bunch of greedy tyrants in office that Chip Roy is right about. They haven't done the will of the American people for longer than 2016. And how much longer is this charade going to last, where the leadership just cooks up bills and pushes them through at the middle of the night?
I have no idea. I really don't. I think Joe is more worried about making sure the banks there in Silicon Valley are protected than going over to East Palestine, which I thought was a complete disaster, a disgrace in my opinion. But
well, he's a dementia-riddled geriatric guy. He would have died if he smelled any of that air.
Yeah,
he would have died immediately.
Yeah,
he's a weak guy.
Joe should have went over to East Palestine. Joe Biden should have went over there. I mean, it had to take our former president Trump to go over to East Palestine to take money out of his own pocket to make sure the people were okay, while Joe was licking ice cream cones in the Oval Office.
So there's another issue that I have, and this is one you can help me with. This guy, your Trump guy, he's such an opportunist. He never ever misses a chance to be a little opportunist guy. He's the guy who could get your commercial, bro.
Dude, he got there faster than Pete, man.
That motherfucker Trump would have literally pushed you out of the camera frame to get that commercial.
Well, I don't think he went over there for opportunists. I truly think he's for the people. I think 4 years wasn't enough to actually prove his worthiness to the people. I don't think people see it yet, Tommy.
So could you give me some examples of how that's true then, if I could? Give me some examples. Well, how Trump was for the people.
Well, let's look for example. He made the trip to East Palestine. He's made a trip down to the border several times.
And that did what? What did that do? What did that do?
Well, he protected the people. I mean, he showed his worthiness, his loyalty to the people.
By showing up?
Joe Biden. But Tommy, you can't say Joe Biden hasn't done that. Joe Biden has not done anything.
Joe Biden is honest. Joe Biden's honest. He doesn't give a shit about us. He's honest. Trump is. I need more than he showed up and did a speech about how he's going to win the next election because it was a fake news election. I need more. I need more tangible things. I need health care, a minimum wage increase. I need a legalization of marijuana. I need a Green New Deal. I need a student debt cancellation. I need people to have better quality of living, higher life expectancy.
I think he was trying to accomplish all that, but I don't think 4 years was enough. I think that's why he should have won re-election a few years back, because you mentioned healthcare, you mentioned all this stuff. 4 years is not enough to do all that. That's why he should have won re-election. And I think by now,
what did he do?
He would have had it all done.
But what did he do in 4 years? Besides throw away Obama's strategy for Ebola,
he couldn't get anything done in 4 years because of the establishment attacking him left and right. And
so how would that change in the next 4 years?
That's on both sides, Tommy. That's on the right and the left. The right and the left were constantly attacking him, and they still are.
I mean, it's just really easy to because he's okay. So, okay, we have a different perspective on that. Maybe this is a revolving conversation.
Yeah.
Jamar, do you have anything to add to this?
I mean, well, a lot when you look at Biden's policies, especially on the border, he has kept the same type of policies that
Title
Trump has
42.
have.
Title 42, yes.
He has some similarities, and I think Donald Trump was he was popular because of what happened in the Obama administration that was very lack of, and it gave an establishment agenda. So the outrage, which people should have rightfully be outraged, they had the right to be outraged, and that's why Trump was elected. It was either going to be him or Bernie Sanders, but the Democrats weren't going to let that happen. Let Bernie Sanders, beat Hillary.
That would be worse. That would be worse than Trump, because Trump was, to me, a buffoon that couldn't get anything done because he didn't know anything about government. He knew how to pay people off. He knew how to grease the wheels. He knew how to bribe people, and he knew how to cheat on his wife with a stripper and pay her a check. But he doesn't know how to legislate. He doesn't know how to whip the vote. He doesn't know how to organize the leadership around a certain goal, because his goal was to win. His goal wasn't to achieve any policies.
His
goal was to win.
I felt that he.
I want to win.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
We're gonna get tired of winning. He used to always say, "We're gonna get tired of winning."
Yeah.
But after you win, then what? No, it's just winning to him. That's how I feel.
I mean, when he said in his speech he didn't start a war, that's true. But he also continued. He continued on these wars. He let the CIA just go gung ho, killing whoever they want to kill.
Now, to be fair,
because Obama administration, they kept checks on it, and it was like you have to prove what your targets is. But in Trump's administration, he said hit whoever the hell you want to hit, and more bodies were dropped.
Trump tried to get people out, and they were like the Kurds. Then John Brennan, Obama's CIA director, was all over Rachel Maddow talking about how there's a PP tape and shit. When he tried to get people.
I mean, I'm just saying. Even though he didn't start a war, he was still pro-war, and he killed a general in Iran, and that could have started a big problem, like killing that general. So I don't think he could talk on that, and I just think that Trump was just a symptom of late-stage capitalism, and a lot of people thought he was like for the working man. And look, you got to look at how he bailed out the rich with taxation and stuff.
The Soleimani thing, bro.
The taxes paid less. The rich paid less taxes under his administration as well too. He made sure of that. He did a lot of things that was like establishment.
So let's all listen to this, and let's just respond to his attack ad against the endless, meaningless spending of greed.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now. We need to clean house of all of the warmongers and America Last globalists and the deep state, the Pentagon, the State Department, and the national security industrial complex. One of the reasons I was the only president in generations who didn't start a war is that I was the only president who rejected the catastrophic advice of many of Washington's generals, bureaucrats, and the so-called diplomats who only know how to get us into conflict, but they don't know how to get us out. For decades, we've had the very same people, such as Victoria Nuland and many others just like her, obsessed with pushing Ukraine toward NATO, not to mention the State Department support for uprisings in Ukraine. These people have been seeking confrontation for a long time, much like the case in Iraq and other parts of the world, and now we're teetering on the brink of World War III. And a lot of people don't see it, but I see it, and I've been right about a lot of things. They all say Trump's been right about everything. None of this excuses in any way the outrageous and horrible invasion of Ukraine 1 year ago, which would have never happened if I was your president, not even a little chance. But it does mean that here in America, we need to get rid of the corrupt globalist establishment that has botched every major foreign policy decision for decades, and that.
So I'll give Trump a lot on this.
Absolutely,
it's weird, but I mean the globalist. Here you guys again with the name calling, people, right? The globalist, leftist, low ratings dog, Rosie O'Donnell's out there that are low ratings.
Tommy, he made a lot of clear points on that. Warmongers. I want to recap of some of that, if you don't mind. I just had a gentleman on my show about a week and a half, almost going into 2 weeks now, that joined my show from the country Ukraine. Okay, and I found it quite fascinating. This gentleman by the name of Alex Grover that joined Savage Unfiltered about a week and a half ago from the country of Lviv, Ukraine, if I'm pronouncing the beginning of the first name there correctly. But it was fascinating because he said he voted for Trump twice, and now he's a Joe guy, right? He's a Biden guy. And I'm like, well, why are you a Biden guy? He says, well, Biden is funding our country, and he's doing so many great wonders for this country and this and that. I'm like,
yeah. So what's interesting
yeah.
about it?
Well, it's interesting because for people to like Joe Biden, that's why they like Joe Biden, because of the funding. The funding's coming in. Is that why they're truly backing him? Because there's a lot of people right now, Tommy, in Ukraine that are actually backing Biden because of the funding.
Right. There's people here in this country that are because of the funding. They don't understand the money.
Yeah, like when you spend like $60 billion just to keep the police department going and the healthcare going.
Oh no, Jamar,
it's
not trillions. It's not trillions. We've heard from our good friend,
I said billions.
Mr. Grover. Yeah. He said it's not in the trillions. We've sent only billions to Ukraine.
Yeah, billions.
That's what he said.
We have billions. Yeah, he said billions.
I don't believe that. I believe it's 5.7 trillion.
I mean, it could be more, but they're literally funding their police departments. They're funding their fire departments. They're funding their healthcare system. They're giving them free healthcare, and they can't even do it here, but they can do that for Ukraine. And
they don't have a lot of people.
But what I'm saying is that these are type of the things that we do for nations that we want to continue with their agenda with war. I had some people on from Peru that explained the same thing about how the CIA and the US is funding and paying the dictator police force and keeping up their healthcare, stuff like that. This is what we do to keep the regimes going.
Why can't Europe take care of the bill? Why can't Canada take care of the bill? This guy on my show,
at all.
Yeah, this guy on my show last week said that Europe can't take care of it because it has to be done by America and America only. Oh, so you got to rip off the taxpayer? You got to rip off the American taxpayer?
First of all, they don't give a shit about us.
Their economy is failing over there too. And
second of all, we're resources. You ever seen The Matrix where they latch onto you because you're batteries?
Yeah, it's a leech.
Do to us. Yeah,
that's what they are. They're leeches.
That's what they do to us. It's just what they do. Literally, I mean, we've all seen that. So how are we still choosing sides? How are we still choosing a Trump and a Biden if we all see that they're leeches? I don't get it.
Because it's all about
funding
to them.
Yeah, we're funding two warmongers right now. We're funding, in a way, we're still funding Russia, but we're also funding Ukraine. Zelensky was here like months ago begging the American taxpayer, please give us your money. Please.
He said your money is not charity. Okay. He learned that speech the first day he got off the boat. Okay. So give him some credit. That was the only English he knows. And he probably forgot it. By now.
Here's the thing.
It's not charity. It took him a week, bro.
I'm not against Ukraine. Okay. That was a sovereign nation. Okay. Russia evaded a sovereign free nation.
That's crazy.
They weren't free though. They were in the Civil War for 8 years though.
So
they were killing
they
was killing off like part of their people, the Kiev regime. Like they were busy.
Okay, so my response to they invaded a sovereign nation, like we invaded Iraq and Libya and Afghanistan and Somalia. What's new? Because Putin? Is that why? Because we don't like Putin, right? We can see Russia from his house.
They're both dictators, Tommy.
Why do y'all hate? What's up with that?
Wait, Michael, hold on. As much as I don't like Zelensky, I can't call him a dictator yet because he was actually democratically elected. The guy he beat was a dictator. He beat a Nazi. That dude, Petroshenko, I think is his name.
Yes.
He was a fucking Nazi.
And so he decided, now that I beat a Nazi, I'll join the Nazis.
Basically.
That way we can have.
Don't say that.
Don't
Don't
unity.
say that. You're
Unity.
going to make the liberals mad, Tommy. Don't say that.
I mean, if the liberals don't know by now that he literally took rubber bullets and shot his opponents afterwards, he literally arrested his rivals, and then he closed down churches in Ukraine.
Yeah. When we stop funding,
he's a fascist.
But when we stop funding Ukraine, that's when this whole war ends. You both realize that, right?
Yeah, they're losing.
We stop funding Ukraine, and that's when the part where our money has to come into play. There's still going to be ops. There's still going to be bases.
Macron.
There's going to be puppet leaders. There's going to be toys. There's going to be propaganda. We're going to remember. Don't forget, Zelensky's the new Churchill.
Yeah.
Remember what CNN said.
No,
this is never going to end. That's the thing, Michael. This is never going to end.
He's nothing like Churchill.
Just like Afghanistan will never end.
I have my problems with Churchill, but I would never disagree that man.
The media setting up
like
a
that.
never-ending scene.
So here's
job is now to set it up.
Tommy, here's my question. I asked Mr. Grover on my show a week and a half ago. I said, what if either Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis becomes president in less than 2 years from now? What happens when they stop funding? You know what Alex Grover said to me? Oh, no. Ron DeSantis is nothing like Donald Trump. Ron DeSantis will continue the funding. Well, shit, he will.
Yeah, he probably will. He's a sleazy.
No, he won't. No, I don't think he will.
That's interesting.
So you really do think these?
I mean, if the Pentagon says keep
Michael.
it going, though,
you really do think that these people are who they say they are? It's amazing.
I doubt it.
If the Pentagon says keep it going, though, you can't really tell the Pentagon no.
This is literally a cog
because
in a wheel.
This is my thing.
He's going to be a good middle manager, just like Obama.
This is my thing, Michael.
I have DeSantis. He's already cucking up to Trump. Remember, he didn't defend himself against Trump's groomer call.
No, he
I don't
just
know.
said, I don't attack Republicans, and I have a platform.
Wait, before we get to that,
he's going to be the cuckiest cuck that ever cucked the cuck world.
Hold on.
He's going to bootlick every single leader in the Republican Congress. Mitch McConnell's boots are going to be in his ass all fucking day.
Wait.
I promise
but
you.
Tommy, I think no matter what president get involved, it's going to continue because we invest in longevity in wars. We was in Afghanistan for 20 years, and we was in Iraq for how long? We're still in Yemen.
I agree with you.
We're still in Syria, occupying East Syria's grain and oil. We deal in longevity. That's our policy with war because the contractors make the most money off the buck. Why do you think they were so mad about Biden pulling out of Afghanistan? That wasn't just because it looked sloppy. That was also the rage from the people that make the money off of Afghanistan keep going on. Like that's what they do. Look how long Vietnam was. Why was Vietnam so long? It wasn't because they thought they were going to win. No, they were getting their asses whipped. And the Communist Party of Vietnam still runs Vietnam. So did they actually beat the communists in Vietnam? No, they're still there.
Jamar's like spitting out facts while that was great. That was masterful, bro.
You guys got to bear with me. I haven't done a show in about a week. I'm visiting family here in Northwest Georgia, so I mean.
It's gonna get. Jamar's gonna leave soon, and then
it's
gonna get fun now.
In 5 minutes.
But I do have. So I have so many questions for you. So you really do think DeSantis is not a bootlicking cuck? Because he literally bowed. So how do you feel about the fact that Trump called him a groomer? And he didn't say he wasn't a groomer.
He's just.
How do you feel about that?
I think Trump is. I think Trump is more of an entertainment guy. I think he's just setting it up for publicity. To get the liberal cameras. Out there and say,
he's an opportunist, just like I said before.
I don't think he's an opportunist. I think he's doing it more for publicity, to get media all stirred up, because he's good like that.
That's an opportunist, isn't it?
I don't.
Is that not an opportunist?
Well, I don't think he hates Ron DeSantis. They have a really, really great relationship.
Of course not. He wants to win.
Yeah. So it's all for entertainment. Opportunist? No. I mean, I think it's all for entertainment. For publicity.
So you think that was a strong word? What is it with you and these? I don't get it. So that's the question that I'm really trying to get you to answer. Is what is it with you and your loyalty to these cretins? What's up with that?
It's not loyalty.
I need you to explain this to me.
It's just character. I see character behind these people. That's why I support them.
Okay, how? Give me an example of the character.
Well, they don't.
Please.
They don't do asinine stuff like some people on the left. You know,
like what?
A funny guy.
Give me a specific. See, this is what you do, Michael. That frustrates me, and then I call you a bootlicker. I mean, you don't give me a specific. Example.
I mean, if let's talk for example, you know, with the balloons, right? Like if Trump was in office or any Republican was in office, half common sense intellect of a gentleman or a woman, right? If you had balloons that were going all over, you know, the skies in North America, you wouldn't wait a week, 2 weeks before shooting them down. You would question people in the Secretary of Defense. Hey, you know, what should we do with this? You know, you wouldn't be like, I mean, you know, it's just.
Is that what Trump did? He questioned people. Did he question Mike Pompeo? Did he question John Bolton? Did he question Steve Mnuchin?
He took
a known criminal who literally robbed the American people of their houses from California.
Well,
and fucking foreclosed on their houses.
He took a lot of great advice.
Horrible liars and war criminals.
He took a lot of great advice. I know.
Betsy DeVos, who's never had an education job in her life. Did he question her?
Well, he handled the border very, very well.
You really think that Trump picked his cabinet? You think that he picked his cabinet?
Of course.
These war criminals and liars. You really think that?
Of course he picked his own cabinet.
Oh, wow.
They all do.
That's funny, bro. No, they don't.
Ooh.
That's hilarious.
All right, Tommy, who picks the cabinet then?
Their bosses, bro.
Who's the
people
boss?
They work for. Jamie Dimon, Jeff Bezos,
no.
Zuckerberg, Rothschild, Rockefeller. We have, yes. You don't know about the people who own the banks, who fund the wars? So you got a lot of research to do, Michael. These people, Joe Biden said, I don't work for you, buddy. He doesn't. He works for Jamie Dimon, the guy of Goldman Sachs, the guy who gives him the money.
Biden is just such a weirdo.
If Jamie Dimon didn't own Joe Biden, he wouldn't be president, bro, because he wouldn't have the funds to fucking defeat Bernie Sanders. He would be a dollarless loser.
They had to send Bloomberg just to talk shit about socialism.
Tommy, you don't understand that, bro?
Tommy,
you don't understand that Jamie Dimon owns Joe Biden?
Tommy, what was the percentage?
Sheldon Adelson owned Donald Trump.
Hold on.
Sheldon Adelson picked out the justices, Brett Kavanaugh.
All right.
He picked out Brett Kavanaugh, and he picked out that woman. Sheldon Adelson did it. She admitted it. He admitted that he did. And Trump likes him so much because he was like, oh, yeah, he actually did good.
How?
He got casinos. You know Sheldon Adelson. You know Sheldon Adelson? Yeah. You know who he is?
Yeah.
He's a casino mogul.
All right. Tommy,
Donald Trump, he got bankrupt. He bankrupted out of casinos.
Tommy,
Donald Trump lost at casinos.
Right.
So he looked at Sheldon Adelson as a role model because he was a successful businessman.
Hey, Tommy.
And Sheldon Adelson picked his cabinet.
Tommy, what do you think the percentage was of the last election? How much do you think they cheated by? What was the percentage around?
Do you understand now that Trump did not pick his cabinet?
All right. We're beyond that. I'd like to see your input.
No, I will answer your question as soon as you verify my question. Do you understand now that Trump did not pick his cabinet?
Yes.
Sheldon Adelson picked his cabinet.
He did. Okay. He did pick his
cabinet. What was your question? That's all I want. I just want some acknowledgement, bro.
He did pick his cabinet.
You think Trump still did? You still think Trump did?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so there's no evidence to support this. We all know that Trump is a beta male who literally loves the people that he loves and he hates the people that he hates.
All right, you're not answering the one question. What was the?
Because you won't give me an example of why you think the things you do, bro. It's frustrating me.
I just said.
I can't think of any question to answer. I can't answer a question, bro. I'm too flustered. I'm trying to figure out why you think the things you think. I'm still on my question.
He picked his cabinet members through sources of other political activists and political politicians that were in the own party, the GOP party. He had suggestions on who to pick.
I mean, even if that's true, he said he was going to pick the best people.
We know
you think John Bolton and Mike Pompeo was the best people? You think Steve Mnuchin was the best people?
We know
Betsy DeVos was the best people.
Oh no, they weren't good people.
You think they were?
We know they weren't.
So he was wrong.
No, he was
right.
I think his worst pick out of all of them was Mike Pence. I believe that was a really, really bad choice.
And you will think that because of loyalty. Okay, so this is all about loyalties.
No, it's about personal decision.
Loyalty.
Pence wasn't
And so
strong
why?
enough.
Now you're going to tell me why what the reason.
No, Pence wasn't strong enough.
I'm really interested. He's not strong enough.
Yeah.
It's just strong. The
Yeah.
strength.
There was no
The strength
strength.
exudes from what?
Yeah, there was
The
no
strength
strength.
exudes from where?
We've seen it.
Where's the strength come from? Where's the strength? Tell me why he's not strong.
The wording, the characterization of behind him. He was not a strong leader as a vice
He didn't have the
president.
jacket or the tie?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
He didn't have the slogan?
No, you're missing the point. You know, he wasn't
No,
strong.
I'm trying to figure this out.
His wording.
Because he literally, they're all the same to me. So I'm trying to figure this out.
It was his wording.
No, I am, Michael. I'm not trying to make fun of you.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me because I don't see, these are all physical things.
Well,
they're superficial.
We live by different opinions. It's okay.
Yeah. But do you want any policies? Do you want anything from your government at all? What do you want? What do you want the government to do?
I want them to do what the hell they were elected to do to begin with.
So what were they elected to do? Be strong?
No. Support the United States for and by the people.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I can care less what the hell they do on the outside.
That's the thing I'm trying to get, though, is how do you think they're doing that? How do you think they're doing that? I answered your question now. I'm sorry. Thank you for answering my questions. I'm sorry I fluster you. I really am trying to figure out your perspective. So what was your question?
My question was, in the last election, what do you think the percentage was because they did cheat. What was the percentage about? 45, 50, 60?
I don't honestly, Michael, I don't think that he cheated. I think that Trump was it's all about perspective. Again, just like us. If the media painted him as a person who wants to inject himself with disinfectant, he rapes women, he grabs them by the pussy, he's a nasty guy, he doesn't pay his taxes even though nobody does. Yeah. They painted him for that brush for 4 years, and so the people that don't know about anything, they just looked at the TV and the Trevor Noah at the Daily Show. They looked at Anderson Cooper and they looked at Jimmy Kimmel. They looked at Steve Carell, or what's his name?
We're getting a couple more. Greg Gutfeld. Yeah.
I mean, good job on Greg. I don't know how.
All right. Here's something for your audience.
I don't think you cheated. Bro.
Here's something.
I think everybody thinks that Trump's a horrible guy.
Yeah. Here's something for your audience. Since we're on late night talk show, what do you think? Do you think with the whole Tucker thing on January 6th, do you think Tucker is good by revealing the videos on January 6th?
Yes, of course. That's what the journalism is supposed to do.
Because they're trying to shut him down. You know, what was it?
This we agree. I think we agree in the same way.
Yeah, Chuck Schumer tried shutting him down last week and this and that.
That was a bad move. That was a bad move on his part. He showed how afraid he was.
Well,
They were going to start to realize that these people have been they've been trafficking in the business of dividing us.
It showed weakness. Yeah,
that's what this is all about. And so how did Kevin McCarthy get these tapes though? Mm-hmm. And he sent them right to Tucker. How do you think he got the tapes? How do you think he got them?
I know where he got them from, but I don't want to say it on.
How?
I don't want to say it on.
Why?
On this.
Please tell me. I want to know. Where did Kevin McCarthy get these tapes, bro? Because they're real. They're real because Schumer was freaking out. Please, Fox News, stop this man. He was literally, they're real. I knew they were real the moment Schumer was like freaking out. Yeah. Schumer literally had a meltdown, bro.
Yeah.
So these are obviously real. And obviously he doesn't want to see us.
They took them from hidden archives.
Hidden archives?
Yeah.
So do the Congress people know about this shit? Or just I guess the committee, the intelligence committee does? That's interesting. I'm going to have to get to fucking figure that out. Kevin McCarthy's doing some interesting shit.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to nail the deep state, but he's doing some fun shit. Taking Schiff off of some committees, making him cry. That's funny too.
I don't know.
So what do you think about this collapse of our empire? Like, do you think that's where we're headed? Do you think we're headed as Rome? Do you think we're going to split off into two different nations or what? What do you think is going to happen?
I think we're at the breaking point right now between, the crossroads, so to speak, in life where we still have a chance to save it, but I don't know. I think we're at a breaking point right now. We're at the crossroads right now, where we have to watch. We have to watch with our decisions and everything else. You know, if we make a bad decision, well, you're gonna get the end in result. You know what I mean?
I agree. That's why we should not vote for Democrats or Republicans.
Yeah.
Michael, thanks for being on the show. I feel a great weight lifted off of me.
I had to
talk about
Tommy. I had to do something because I took a week off because I'm visiting family here.
You missed me, bro. You missed me in my my groomer ass. Okay?
Oh God, don't say that.
I groomed, bro. I took a shower and I fucking brushed my hair. That's grooming.
Lovely.
Okay, your words make no sense and they're not definitive. So, guys, this was Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. That was Michael Gardner from the Savage Unfiltered podcast. You can catch his podcast where, Michael?
You can catch me all over the place, guys. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple. I'm just all over the place. You could also check me out in my Linktree, which is Linktree/Savage Unfiltered Podcasts. I'm all over the place. I'm on TikTok now, Savage Unfiltered. Instagram, Facebook, same handle. All over the place, guys. Just search Savage Unfiltered Podcasts and we'll pop up with all amazing, great content and links.
Well, guys, my weed man just said he was 5 minutes away, so it's just your turn to be free-thinking, innovative, and open-minded. I'm going to go get high, and y'all have a great Tuesday.
You just heard an episode of Savage Unfiltered.